International community confident of Malaysia's economic prospects. More witnesses to be hauled up in undersea tunnel project probe. Good afternoon, I'm Amin Carlos. You're watching News on 2. The existence of more multinational companies in Malaysia proves the international community's confidence towards the country's economic prospects. Prime Minister Datuk Seri Najib Tun Razak said the confidence is strengthened when institutions such as the World Bank, the International Monetary Fund, and many other prominent global bodies praise the government's prudent management in managing the economy.
International companies and foreign capital are coming into the country at a pace not seen before, with Saudi Aramco, the world's largest oil company, and HSBC, one of the world's largest banks, just two of the major corporations that announced their intention to invest billions in our country over the past year.
Datuk Seri Najib said this at the launch of Demi Idaman Sendirian Berhad certified gold bars in Kuala Lumpur by the Sultan of Selangor, Sultan Sharafuddin Idris Shah.
And speaking at the event, Datuk Seri Najib said the government will continue to focus on the development of the commercial gold industry, especially in the production and purification of gold. This is because the process of gold purification is currently only done overseas.
Datuk Seri Najib said Malaysia will soon be able to produce pure gold, which begins from the melting stage with a purity of 999.9 through the development of the company's first commercial gold purification process.
In Malaysia, gold plays a particularly important role, and its value has been long recognized. While its price may fluctuate, the underlying confidence that individuals, financial institutions, central banks and even governments have in gold is unlikely to diminish anytime soon. This is why it is so important that we continue to encourage the growth of the industry in Malaysia.
Demi Idaman Sendirian Berhad had ventured into the gold purification business since March 2010.
The Malaysia Anti-Corruption Commission, MACC, is expected to haul up more witnesses to facilitate investigations into the undersea tunnel project corruption case in Pulau Pinang. And MACC Deputy Chief Commissioner of Operations, Datuk Seri Azam Baki, said many more arrests could be made in the future.
Setakat ni kita dah merakam 76 saksi dan siasatan masih dijalankan dan saya jangka ramai lagi saksi-saksi baru akan dipanggil. Dan saya tidak menolak mungkin akan ada tangkapan dibuat. Cuma saya tak nak jelaskan bila dan siapa.
Datuk Seri Azam Baki said it will take some time before the case can be wrapped up to be forwarded to the Attorney General's chambers for prosecution. 2 directors were arrested in connection with the case and have been released on bail.
Well, Malaysians who are registered as voters and eligible to vote in the upcoming 14th General Election, or GE14, but is currently residing abroad, now can apply for postal voting facility beginning today. Election Commission EC Chairman Tan Sri Mohamad Hashim Abdullah in a statement said the application will be closed on the day the Parliament is dissolved, and any application form received midnight after that on that day would not be processed.
Tan Sri Mohamad Hashim said the individual should be a registered voter who is living abroad and have been in Malaysia or returned to Malaysia for not less than 30 days within 5 years before the dissolution of Parliament or State Assembly. He said, however, those who are residing in southern Thailand, Singapore, Brunei and Kalimantan Province, Indonesia, are not eligible and must return to Malaysia to cast their votes on polling day. Tan Sri Hashim said Malaysians who have registered as absent voters abroad need not apply for the postal voting facility as they are already entitled to vote by post. He added that those who are eligible and meet the conditions may apply for postal voting facility using Form 1B, which is available on the EC website at www.spr.gov.my.
Prasarana Malaysia Berhad will add over 200 electric buses in stages in the near future. And according to the President and CEO, Maznizam Hisham, this is in line with Prime Minister Datuk Seri Najib Tun Razak's desire for the city of Kuala Lumpur and the Klang Valley to be free of carbon dioxide emissions.
Ini adalah untuk membolehkan khususnya feeder buses ya di Kuala Lumpur bagi laluan LRT 3 menggunakan perkhidmatan bas elektrik. Jadi bukan sahaja di BRT di Sunway, Prasarana akan mengembangkan penggunaan bas elektrik di laluan-laluan biasa.
Prasarana wants to reduce the use of cars, buses and other vehicles that use petrol and diesel, instead using electric-powered services such as MRT, LRT and monorail. The Bus Rapid Transit BRT Sunway Route project implemented under Prasarana in 2015 is the first bus service to be fully using electric buses. Maznizam Hashim was speaking at the campus satellite officiation ceremony of the National High Skills Institute for Youth, or IKTBN, officiated by Youth and Sports Minister Khairi Jamaluddin.
Well, the government will upgrade public universities nationwide into smart campuses or digital campuses by the end of the year. And Higher Education Minister Datuk Seri Idris Juso said these campuses will be equipped with electronic payment facilities, data integration and high-speed internet capacity quality improvement facility.
The initiative is aimed at producing high-quality graduates who are holistic and fulfills the country's requirements. This is also in line with the country's higher education agenda, which focus on facing the challenges under the Industrial Revolution 4.0.
Memang ia yang bermula di kampus kerana generasi ini generasi kampus, generasi muda yang saya percaya insya-Allah akan berkembang kepada masyarakat seluruh.
Datuk Seri Idris said this after the launch of the Cashless Campus at the UiTM Sungai Buloh, Selangor. The Cashless Campus uses the electronic wallet application Boost, developed by UiTM and Axiata.
The export and import of agricultural products worldwide has become much easier with the production of the electronic phytosanitary certification, also known as ePhyto, by the Department of Agriculture. It also addresses business smoothness issues involving exporters and importers who are slightly affected by the previous manual method.
Deputy Secretary General Operating Director, Agricultural and Agro-Based Industry, Abdul Daud, said through the use of the Malaysian Phytosanitary Certification System, or MyPhyto, it enables application payments using direct debit and credit card and phytosanitation certifications be made online. The benefits of the system will certainly enable a faster and precise access of information and data from producers of agriculture products.
Jabatan Pertanian dalam mengendalikan pengeluaran sijil phyto ini sebanyak 87,000 ataupun 88,000 sijil telah dikeluarkan di sepanjang tahun 2017 yang bernilai lebih kurang 36 bilion.
Abdul Daud said this when he was met at the 3rd IPPC Global Symposium on ePhyto in Kuala Lumpur. The symposium was attended by 90 participants from 44 countries.
The Royal Malaysian Police have announced the arrest of 2 individuals suspected of involvement with the Daesh group during several operations conducted in the Klang Valley. An Inspector General of Police, Tan Sri Muhammad Fuzi Harun, in confirming this, said the first suspect is a religious teacher, while the second is a foreign construction worker. Now, in the operation, the Counter-Terrorism Division of the Special Branch arrested the 25-year-old teacher of a private religious school in Petaling Jaya on December 23rd, 2017. And the suspect had been previously arrested under the Security Offences for Special Measures Act 2012 on November 9th, 2015, and sentenced to 18 months in jail before he was released early after serving 12 months in jail. He is suspected of planning to rob, kidnap and kill non-Muslims, in addition to actively promoting the Daesh Salafi jihadi ideology through his Facebook page. Meanwhile, the second suspect, a 23-year-old Indonesian construction worker, was arrested last Wednesday, and he is suspected of planning an attack on the Bukit Aman Police Headquarters and Travers Police Station and to steal firearms from their store, in addition to pledging their allegiance to a senior leader of the Daesh group via WhatsApp. And investigations are according to the procedures under the Security Offences for Special Measures Act 2012. The SOCSO's Assist portal, which was implemented earlier this month, will make it easier for employers to manage registrations, update information on employers and employees, as well as make contributions. In Social Security Organisation, or SOCSO, Deputy Chief Executive for Corporate, Datin Azlaili Abdul Rahman said through the Assist of the SOCSO portal, payments will be made using a finance process exchange, FPX, with no extra charge.
Employers only need to have an internet banking account to make payment transactions online through the relevant banks and reviewed on payment website.
They are very keen to help us in actually memudahkan lagi perkhidmatan perkeso bersama stakeholder kami, iaitu majikan-majikan. Dan kami tidak lagi perlu menerima cek dan juga menerima cash, memang tak boleh, dan juga tak perlu lagi menghantar borang-borang pos secara manual.
Datin Azlaili Abdul Rahman was speaking to RTM after the signing of the Memorandum of Understanding between SOCSO and RHB Bank for the payment of contributions online, which was witnessed by Deputy Finance Minister Dato' Wira Othman Aziz.
Affin Islamic Bank Berhad is ready to face the challenges ahead, especially the growing demands of customers in consuming financing such as mortgage, auto and business financing. Its Chief Executive Officer Nazli Khalifa said despite the challenges, it is optimistic that its financing will expand by more than 15% this year.
So the growth prospect is very good, yeah. In consumer financing, macam mortgage, auto, yeah, and also in business financing. For example, you look at the bigger project, the government project, all will be in Islamic. Yeah. So now at our end, the challenge is to have the capability to support the demand from the customer.
Nazli said this after the announcement of a strategic partnership with Management and Science University, MSU, through the Affin Education Financing Eye ceremony held in Shah Alam, Selangor. The Education Financing Eye is an Ijara-compliant Sharia financing scheme that helps qualified individuals gain access to higher education and private educational institutions. The scheme is open to students between the ages of 18 and 45, with a funding value of up to 150,000 ringgit for diploma programs, undergraduate and postgraduate programs.
Sky World Development Group will launch a project with a gross development value, or GDV, amounting to 2 billion ringgit this year. And founder and managing director Dato' Ng Thian Ping said the project includes the construction of affordable housing, luxury and commercial real estate, which will be launched in the first half of this year.
We have Sky Meridian, we have Sky Awani 3, we got the Hub, and we got Sky Sierra, what we call it Valley, at the Setia Wangsa. That one, the response is very, very good. We haven't launched yet, in fact. We just opened out money for people to see. Surprisingly, the demand is extremely good.
Amongst the affordable housing projects developed by the group include Sky Awani 3 with a GDV of 600 million ringgit. Sky World also intends to develop project Sky Awani 4, which will be launched next year. Dato' Ng Thian Ping said this to reporters after launching the Sky World Quality Centre worth 3.8 million ringgit, which was officiated by Federal Territories Minister Dato' Sri Tengku Adnan Tengku Mansor.
Malaysia U23 side's fairy tale run in the 2018 AFC U23 Championship was brought to an end with a 2-1 defeat to Korea Republic in their quarterfinal match. Head coach Dato' Ong Kim Swee now wants to build on the achievement by making the team more consistent in the future.
Earlier this week, the Young Tigers became the first ever Southeast Asian side to qualify for the knockout stage of the tournament by producing a shock 1-0 win over Saudi Arabia in the last Group C match. More amazingly, it was their debut appearance in the biennial Continental Championship. Dato' Ong said that his side played well in the match, but ultimately lost to one of the best teams in the tournament. Now, Dato' Ong wants to look forward and towards the future in his capacity as a team coach to build on Malaysia's achievement. He hoped to have an audience with FAM President Tunku Ismail Sultan Ibrahim to chart the team's future. He added his young charges have to be consistent in terms of showing good performance, avoiding from playing well in one game and performing badly in the next. The squad's next assignment is the Asian Games in Palembang, Indonesia, next August.
Edition of News on 2. In our top story, international community confident of Malaysia's economic prospects due to the government's prudent management. Join us again at 7 tonight for more updates. Till then, I'm Amin Carlos, and thanks for watching.